In this world, we face two paths in life. One where we pay the price first and then enjoy the fruits of our labor, or one where we indulge ourselves first and then pay the price later. But we must not deceive ourselves with the phrase, give me life today and let me die tomorrow. Today, my dear friends, is but a single day, but tomorrow represents a future that may stretch over many years. Let me share with you a personal experience that highlights a key life lesson. A while ago, I started feeling a slight discomfort in the lower right side of my jaw. At first, I thought it was nothing, a minor irritation. But as time went on, the discomfort turned into a persistent pain. I ignored it, hoping it would go away on its own. Eventually, it became unbearable, so I resorted to painkillers to alleviate the discomfort. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself relying on medication just to get through the day. I would even ask my wife if we had any painkillers at home before going to bed, knowing that without them I might wake up in agony. This cycle continued until I finally realized, how long can I keep relying on painkillers? What is the end goal of this constant cycle? I decided to take action and address the root cause of my pain. There were two possible paths. One was to go through the process of filling the tooth, which would involve multiple doctor visits, various treatments, and an ongoing commitment to care. The other was to remove the tooth completely. The first option seemed lengthy and tedious, while the second promised a quick resolution. As someone who values efficiency and time, I chose the second path. I opted for a dental extraction, which would take just a few minutes under anesthesia, and I would be free of the pain. The process was over in a mere 15 minutes, and I felt a relief that I hadn't experienced in months. I tossed away my painkillers and felt a newfound joy and comfort. However, my relief didn't last forever. Soon after the extraction, I began facing another issue. Since I had lost the tooth on the right side, I could no longer chew properly on that side. I had to adjust my eating habits, chewing everything on the left side. This seemed fine at first, but over time, my remaining teeth started to experience more pressure, causing discomfort. I quickly realized that while I had found relief in one area, I had inadvertently created a new set of problems. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. A decision made hastily and based on emotion, seeking immediate relief, can bring temporary comfort, but often leads to new challenges in the future. How many times in life do we make decisions based on momentary emotions without truly thinking them through? For example, we might choose a partner based solely on appearance or choose a career just because it seems prestigious without considering whether it aligns with our true purpose. We buy things we don't need, promising ourselves that we'll manage the costs later, only to find ourselves burdened by debt. The lesson is clear. The world moves in two ways. Either you pay the price first and then enjoy, or you enjoy first and pay later. But remember, life doesn't work like a simple transaction. It's not just about living in the present moment, but also about planning for the future. Allah, the Almighty, has granted us both intellect and emotions for a reason. If we rely only on our emotions, we become impulsive, making decisions that are driven by temporary feelings leading to regret. On the other hand, if we use only our intellect, we become detached and unemotional, losing the richness and depth of life's experiences. Allah has given us both to balance our decisions, to think deeply, and to feel sincerely. When you face any challenge in life, don't rush into decisions without contemplation. Never make decisions solely based on your emotions or without considering the long-term consequences. Always think carefully and weigh the pros and cons. Use both your mind and your heart to guide you in making the best choice. This balance will lead to a life of peace, wisdom, and contentment. So, my dear friends, don't rush to find quick solutions. Take the time to reflect, to think, and to feel. The path you choose today will shape your future. May Allah guide us all to make decisions that bring lasting peace and happiness. Jazakum Allahu khairan for watching.